Welcome to Buzzard's Corner of Love. Think outside the box, where new ideas flow, creative energy abounds, and new experiences happen in your life. That and so much more, angels, all when you choose to think outside the box. I am Heather Buzzard of Buzzard's Corner of Love, bringing people back to themselves, where we uplift and inspire you to become who you truly came here to be. Angels, we are grateful and appreciative to have you here with us today as we close out our theme of the month, creativity. In our chat, we put in for you to like, subscribe to our channel, share this with others so that we can get this information out to the world. The world needs this spiritual, loving information, especially at this time. Angels, we'd also like to share with you that we put up photos and videos of our trip last week in Nashville, Tennessee. We've got a posting on our website as well regarding our trip to Nashville over at buzzardscorner.com under our blog posting. Yet right here on our YouTube channel, Angels, we've got videos, short videos, and things of that nature from our family reunion. So check that out. It was very, very empowering. So as we close out the theme of the month, we are going to start first with your drink. Grab your favorite drink, angels, sit back and relax. Today we are drinking sweet tea. I love my sweet tea. So take your favorite sip of your drink and just sit back and relax as we close out creativity this month. I happened to be at a love conference last weekend, and I got to meet a gentleman who wrote a book. He was talking about love can't wait and how he discovered that love by going through the prison system and things of that nature, where he had time to reflect on himself. And his book is called My Life in Poetry. And this is by Anthony McDuffie. And toward the end of the show, I'm going to share a poem in there that he wrote. And that's just an example, angels, of creative energy as we close out this month. So, creative energy and spirituality are deeply intertwined, and they're often seen as intertwined because of the many perspectives suggesting that creativity stems from enhanced is that creativity stems from or is enhanced by spiritual practices and beliefs. Creativity is imagination. We just had a show last week talking about imagination, and it isn't just for kids, angels, it's for adults as well, because that's how you tap into your creativity, by using your imagination. And this connection can manifest as a sense of purpose and a meaning in creative endeavors, or a flow state, which is experienced during creative expression. And I understand that flow state because I was in that flow state when I wrote my life memoir. There were times when, angels, when I just sat down and that just flowed out of me. And it was effortless. And that is ease and grace. And that's our theme next month, is ease and grace. And that was what that was. And I experienced that when I was writing my life memoir. And that's a flow state. And you can be in a flow state cooking, doing exercising, working on an art project, working on anything that is created within your own home, cleaning, anything. You can get into a flow state. And it's ease and grace, and it's a very light feeling. So if you experience that, then you know what it is we speak of. And it's during that uh, state energy, creative state, angels, that we can create a deeper expression of who we are. And as we have a deeper expression of who we are, we tune into a deeper connection of spirit. And as we sink deeper into our subconscious, it allows us to go higher in our consciousness, angels, because that's where faith and belief play a role. You have to have the faith that it'll come forth, and you have to believe it in your subconscious in order for it to come forth. As we move on, that is why creativity and spirituality are intertwined. And when we were children, we didn't really understand that we were using that creativity and spirituality by using our imagination. We used to believe that we could be, do, or have anything. I challenge you as an adult to sit down and imagine. Imagine what you'd like to become. If you weren't who you are right now, imagine what you'd like to create. And just allow yourself to feel that. I do that with myself. I'm imagining the later half of my life, how I choose to live and be and speak and talk. And I'm picturing it and feeling it. And the more that I do that, angels, the more real it becomes. Imagination isn't just for kids, and it is creativity. So knowing that creativity is what creates your life, you can use it as a reflection of the divine. Many traditions view humans as created in the image and likeness of God. All traditions say that we are created in the image and likeness of God. Yet, do we believe that? Knowing that we are, I am, you are created in the image and likeness of God, that states we are unlimited, we have more than enough, we are happy beings, we have joy, success, everything that we need to create whatever it is that we desire on this planet. We are made in the image and likeness of God. Now, we can believe that, which is what we state, all traditions state that, or we can believe what the world says. We don't have enough. We lack this, that, and the other. We have to rush. We have to compete. We have to strive and stress ourselves out in order to have success. Which do you choose? It's simpler to go with God. That's what I've come to realize in my life. So, knowing that creativity is a reflection of the divine, and we are saying that we are created in the image and likeness of God, then we are a reflection of this divine presence. Knowing that we're a reflection of this divine presence, how do you choose to create your partnership with spirit? Co-creating. God is the larger one that can open doors that the small self that we can't. Yet God creating is what co-creating with spirit is what allows our manifestations that we imagine to come into play. We play our part, spirit plays its part, and it comes together. And it is a co-creating with spirit. So when you have that relationship with spirit, then you can co-create with spirit, and you can have an interdependent relationship on spirit. It isn't codependent and it isn't independent. Is it interdependent, meaning you are interly connected with spirit, and you depend on that spirit. Isn't man, yet you depend on that spirit to give you what it is that you need to be doing, have to move forward in life. Some believe that tapping into this divine creative energy allows efforts and inspires creation. And it's also described, as we said earlier, the flow state. And I have experienced that, angels, and it is true. When you're able to tap into that divine energy, you notice the flow state. I experienced it a few years back when I wasn't really conscious of what was happening in my life. And I remember the feeling everything that day just flowed with such ease and grace and effortlessness. And that again was a flow state. Yet I wasn't consciously aware of that then as I am today. And it does make life easy. And life really is simple. Yet it is our egos and the world that makes it difficult. Let me just take a sip. It's hot here today in California. Spirituality as a source of creative inspiration. This is how it's intertwined. Spiritual practices like meditation, prayer, mindfulness, which we'll be talking about next month, can cultivate a state of heightened awareness and openness. And that is one reason why I'm such an open book, because of the meditation, because of the exercising, because of the prayers and the spiritual mantras and whatnot that I've done, it does open you up, angels. And since I've had this open heart surgery, I've allowed my heart to open up as well because I've closed that old chapter. So this source of creativity and inspiration opens yourself up, which also unlocks creative potentials, and it allows for new ideas to emerge, i.e., when I was putting up my postings for next month's show, the ideas and the energies just flowed. And I truly believe that it is because I am in a state of receptivity and I am in a state of flow, and I'm allowing spirit to work through me. Now, let me just say this, angels. I speak this, yet on a daily basis, I also have my challenge, knowing that I'm truly speaking to myself, truly, and y'all are eavesdropping. Yet I would just like to point out, I have my daily challenge. There is nobody in this world that is perfect. I don't claim to be perfect. I am a work in progress. And I do my best to let you know that, because I don't choose to be put on that pedestal, because I will fall. Everybody on a pedestal falls eventually. So I would just communicate to you that I too am a work in progress, yet I work with this on a consistent basis, which makes my life easier. And you too can do that as well. Spiritual beliefs and experiences can also serve as a source of inspiration for creative expression, knowing that spirituality and creativity go hand in hand, angels. They really do. So knowing that that is what is in that aspect of it, where in your life can you allow yourself to experience creativity and spirituality at the same time? And some may say, well, why does creativity and spirituality, what is the link between creativity and spirituality? And angels, creativity and spirituality aren't just mutually exclusive concepts. It's that they're synergistic. And that's that synergistic energy exchange that we call sex. Synergistic energy exchange. Inspiration, creativity, spirituality. And that is what creates our life, that synergistic energy. And when we're exchanging that with the Most High, what can we expect except nothing except good? And it's by using that synergistic energy and engaging in it that we can achieve greater things, that we can allow ourselves to believe. So if you allow yourself to just sit and be still and listen to that still small voice that is within you, that still small voice within you will lead and guide you to what it is that you need to be doing. Have key is you have to trust it. And I was in that space one time in my, well, yeah, I was in that space at a time in my life where I heard that voice, yet I questioned it and I doubted what I heard. And it took me time to really trust and believe. Yet I will tell you, once I did start listening to it and I did start following it, I could look back and say, okay, well, you took me here, there, and it did work out. And that builds that trust. And angels, it's that inner guidance that allows you truly to really create your life and co-create your life with spirit using creative energy. This podcast every week is a use of creative energy. When I went back to Nashville last week, when I went to Nashville to my family reunion, all of that was creative energy. Sitting in the back seat with my niece, using my imagination, creative energy. Meeting my family, listening to the stories, putting myself in that position. All of that was creative energy that I chose to use. And I use love, living one vibrational energy. I use love to be doing, have that experience in my life. Creative energy by celebrating uh, my mother's birthday with me and my sisters all together. All those pictures are up here on our channel as well as our website, too, angels. Creative energy. So how do you use creative energy in your life? You can use it to help you, or you can use it to destroy you. Just like hot water, you can use to take a nice warm bath, or it can burn you. I mean, it's two sides of the coin. Which do you choose? And you may say, well, what does God say about creativity? And creativity is one of the core characteristics of spirit. Think about it. Without creativity, none of what we see would have come into manifestation in that one explosion that they say happened at the beginning of time. Knowing that life is a circle, knowing that nothing is new, and that it's just all the ideas are floating out there, and we are just, spirit is waiting for someone to grasp those ideas and bring it into manifestation. So, what is it in your life that you would like to create and bring into manifestation? Whether it be a healthier body, a sound mind, a business, a new opportunity, a new relationship, a new way of looking at yourself, a new way of talking, walking, being, a new sense of purpose, putting out a book, an art project, joining a club. What is it that you would like to do to express your creative energy within yourself? I was talking to somebody the other day and I said, we are in a world of 8 billion people. Anyone who thinks that we are here to be with ourselves, by ourselves, with ourselves consistently is wrong. We are here to mix, mingle, and intertwine with society off of social media, actually face to face, and being out in our communities and allowing our smile and our light to shine. This world is darkness, and this world needs our light. And angels, I swear, if you're listening to this, you are the light. I am the light. I know I am the light. I know I am. So, knowing that we have the spirit of creativity and we are able to create anything that we choose, and knowing that we have been created in the image and likeness of spirit, how do you choose to take that creative energy? One of the things that I've chosen to do in my life, which I am truly excited about, was create my life memoir, Breaking Chains, Reclaiming My Identity, coming out at the end of December. And within the next 3 months, October, November, December, I get to use the creative energy by creating hype about my book and drawing people in, and having people, just wonder and question about my life story, and ask, would you be able to live a life like that? What would your experience be? How would you respond to living a life such as I did? So all of that is creative energy, angels. Another thing that I've chosen to do is here on this YouTube channel is creative energy is writing out posts, putting out posts on our YouTube channel here with pictures and videos and things of that nature. That's creative energy. So what can you do in your corner of the world to share your creative energy? I tell you, I was at a love conference, like I said earlier, this weekend. I was at a love conference, or last weekend. And Anthony McDuffie was the keynote speaker, and he shared his creative energy. He shared his story about how he came to know himself, and he came to know God, and how he came to know spirituality by going through the prison system and having to face himself by being in confinement 23 hours out of 24 a day. It's interesting how we put ourselves in situations just to get to know ourselves. Yet today, this man is a successful speaker and a published author. And I was thoroughly impressed when I heard him last weekend. So, this is a book. It's called My Life in Poetry by Anthony McDuffie. I encourage you to get it. You can get it off of Amazon. And this is creative energy. This is just one of his poems. Wisdom to live by. Wisdom to live by is the motivational force to drive knowledge into fulfilling one's purpose. Wise men execute wise plans. Wise quotes echoes throughout the ages with timeless flaw. As Jesse Owens says, awards become corroded, friends gather no dust. Wise words indeed, as I reflect on the few friends who remain in my life, our journey, our strife, the things we had to sacrifice to remain friends. Our bond will not deteriorate because the base of our friendship is love, is respect, is honesty. Only when real circumstances present themselves do true friends stand firm. They will pass the test of adversity, and true friendship shall be confirmed. For those who are reading this, think of all the friendships that you created in the past. How many of those friendships remain or still last? Were the foundations of those friendships based on love, respect, on honesty? Awards corrode through time and should never be a part of friendship, because real friends echo throughout the ages with a timeless flow. This is one example of creative energy, angels. And when I read this poem before reading it to you, that is wisdom, because you don't have a lot of true friends. I've been out here in LA for 25 years now. And out of the 25 years, I've come I have 3 friends, true friends, that I can count on out here in LA. 3. And if you look at your circle of friends, who are your true friends? We're not talking social media, Facebook, Instagram, and all that. We're not talking those type of friends. Your true friends that you can go to in time of need. That's a part of creative energy as well. There's time for one more poem. This is a good one. Empowerment to the people. Trace back your roots beyond the ships of the Atlantic Sea, through the depths of your land in the land of glee. Awaits a door of the unknown in the tales of the unseen. Enter inside, and you shall be granted a key. For the torch shall be lit, and the blind will see. Enlightenment of vision may further your lead. For you are the gift of the ancestors. May their spirit and your spirit be free. Empowerment to the people. Angels, these are just a few of the poems out of Anthony McDuffie's book, My Life in Poetry. Very, very creative. I was very impressed with him, his talk, and his presentation. Very impressed. So if you have the opportunity, get his book off of Amazon, Anthony McDuffie. That's just some examples of creativity that we shared. His poems, what's happened in my life, the examples that I've shared with you over the internet, some facts. Yet, how can you apply the energy of creativity in your life and experience it for yourself? That's the key, experience. Because you can never go wrong with what you experience. Can't anybody tell you anything else when you experience it? Angels, that's our conclusion of this theme of the month, creative energy. I've had a grand time. I really have. And next month, our theme of the month is ease and grace. And I'm looking forward to the experiences of ease and grace, especially on the topics that we've created. And our first topic is letting go. So if you're hanging on to something and you'd like to let go with ease and grace, join us next week as we have our theme of the month of ease and grace, and our topic is letting go. Angels, you can go to BUZZARDSKORNER.com, BUZZARDSKORNER, BUZZARDSKORNER with K.com. Check out our new posting, our family reunion posting that we put up there. We've got pictures and videos here on our YouTube page. You can subscribe to our channel, like our videos, share, get this information out to the community. Over on our website, Angels, we've got counseling just for you. If you'd like group coaching or individual coaching, contact us and we'd be glad to help you. You can follow us on all the social sites, Facebook, Threads, Instagram, X, all social sites. Angels, we look forward to seeing you next week as our theme of the month is ease and grace and our topic is letting go. Angels, get all that information and so much more at BUZZARDSKORNER.com, BUZZARDSKORNER, BUZZARDSKORNER with the K.com. Until next week, Angels, I am Heather Buzzard of Buzzard's Corner of Love, bringing people back to themselves.